Welcome to another Cassie game. Out here on the ladder, we are following TheViper. He's back and better than ever, getting ready to compete on that Red Bull Wololo main stage, and not just Age of Empires 4, Age of Empires 2, and Age of Empires 4. Crazy feat. Can you imagine qualifying for both games? Well, Viper, he's done it, and he's taken several months off from Age of Empires 4, so he's back here trying to get ready as the big day's coming. He's going to have to play, and showing us that he can compete on both levels. Wouldn't it be crazy if he won on both? I don't know. It would be nuts. He is playing up against Undying. Now, I don't know anything about Undying. Mysterious could be a Smurf account, could be just a random player out on the ladder that has been so fortunate to match against one of the greatest Age of Empires players of all history. It looks like he has a 100% win rate, so it could be woo, Smurf alert, Smurf alert. Could be a Smurf account, by the way. If you don't know what that means, it's typically players make alternate accounts when they don't want to dirty up their rank of their main account, or maybe they want to like try another chance at learning a new civ or just sniping players. Could be any combinations of things. So Undying could very well be one of those pro players on their side. It could be maybe it's BC Cutie, maybe it's Hera, maybe it's 3DB, maybe it's Ozzy Drongo. We don't know, but today we just know it is Undying. Maybe it's straight up legit. Maybe he just got the game this week. 100% win rate. We will have to see. And we have matchup-wise, it looks like Roos. We have Undying playing as the Roos, with Viper playing as the English. Uh-oh. 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 I don't know. You're not going to win Red Bull Wololo looking like this, Viper. A little bit AFK alert, but it looks like he has noticed. This is never in the plan. He has forgotten to either drop off the sheep. Typically, you see English players start with a little bit of lumber these days, if they're going to do some kind of farms in the first age action, but he messed that up. But let's be real, guys. He's human. Even the best make mistakes. We got a chunk guest sighting here on stream, and I always love to see it when these pro players make these little mistakes, because I do these just about every game. What you doing, Chonk? We're watching Viper. This is Finn. He likes to be involved in Cass. You're not the main show right now. I'm sorry. He says, the fuck with those snakes. I'm in here. I want the attention. Okay, same map as last time. We got a high view, of course. These stealth forests out here. You need scouts to see over these, right? You need some scouts. So not going to hold a lot of line of sight there. We do have Viper heading out. How many scouts did he make? 1, 2 scouts for Viper. On the other side, Undying. 1, 2 scouts for him. So both players go with 2 scouts. Pretty common, trying to pick out the sheep on the map. This map can be kind of tricky to get the sheep sometimes, because you got all these stealth forests to deal with. Now, you see the Roost player, he's picking up all the wolves. You might be wondering, why are all those wolves chasing that scout? That's a weird thing. Well, for the Roost, they have this special bounty mechanic. You can see it there in the bottom left. Essentially, as they kill animals, it gets these different tiers for them, which gives them different bonuses for their villagers and hunting cabins. Not only that, every time they kill a hunted animal, they get some gold. And so when you're playing against Roost, you want to try to kill the animals to stop the Roost from getting it, right? Because you deny gold and bounty. Ooh, I think he actually killed that one, maybe. But right there, he got some gold from killing these wolves. But 290 bounty. Honestly, getting 250 bounty is typically pretty easy to do in the second age, and he's doing just fine with that. Okay, so right now we've got Undying aging up with the Golden Gate Viper over there. He had a little mismap with his economy early on, but now he has his council hall. I think the Chonk wants out of the office, so when the Chonk wants to go, we have to let the Chonk go. There you go. Chonk doesn't wait for Cass. He does what he pleases. Should we put a cat door on the office door? No, that's a bad idea, because then he'll just break in here when I don't want him in here and cause mayhem. The cat bit one of my computer monitors once, one of my work monitors, and broke the entire thing. Like, super expensive monitor out the door, because cat got a little hungry one day. Yeah, that's why he's not allowed in here unsupervised. Okay, Viper going with the barracks right away as he's aging up. Undying has reached the next age. Now with Roos, typically you see them go out here, build town centers on the boar. Oh my gosh, this would be an amazing spot for boar. He put a town center here, has an 8k gold vein, and this boar, which has 2,000 food. This is the best spot for Roos. If you can get this, will Undying recognize this and go for it will be the question. We got a stable built in base right now. Not moving out on the map yet. Oh man, that would be a great place for town center. I hope he does it, but I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know the ways. Maybe he won't do it. Undying, getting a little bit of intel. His scouts are together though right now. I think he was doing a little harassment. I want to split those up though. I can't believe he hasn't gone for this. It is a little bit close to Viper, I guess. It isn't necessarily super close to Undying. Oh no, I think it'd be great if he went for it. I'm gonna keep watching these villagers, see if he pulls them. Is he gonna pull the boys? And the girls, right? We got everyone here in the villager line. Whatever you want, you know. Horsemen moving out. Horsemen, obviously the answer to the longbows, but Viper ain't no spring chicken. Those longbows, they are accompanied by a hardy, hardened spearman. Of course, going to be the counter to the horseman. Line of sight sometimes being the struggle, though, in the stealth forest. Viper doesn't know what's out there, and he could get this guy. There you go. Horseman charging in, and look at the damage that he's already taken. If he micros him back, he could avoid this spearman damage, but did take several hits. You can see spearman damaging this horseman very easily. Line of sight being a major factor here, you can see. It's kind of a feature of this map. Okay, Undying. Playing very defensively. Makes me a little nervous. Roosts are typically pretty aggressive and outspoken with their expansions on the map early on, and he is sitting back. I don't know if this is going to play out for him. Okay, we got Viper up to the north getting... I'm sorry, not Viper. Undying going for a lot of gold. What is he going to be training? Okay, he's going to go for Town Center. There we go. Okay, so he's bought the stone he needed with the tickets at the Golden Gate. You can exchange basically any of these resources. You can see kind of here. So 100 gold for stone. So he got gold so he could exchange it, I think, for some stone, and has bought himself a second town center. Will Viper be going for a second town center? Let's see. He is gathering stone, and this is usually an indicator of a second town center. You know, I can respect this is a conservative town center placement. It's still on deer and gold, so it protects a lot. Of course, when you're playing against English, there's longbows, and they can be pesky at a forward base. So taking the easy spot right now, you can't blame them for that. Okay, Viper chasing down the scout, but he's never going to catch him. We got his second town center right now, and he's going to be dropping that on the wood and the gold right there in base. Typically English, they go 2 town centers, and they age up with the King's Palace. And then with the King's Palace, it's essentially a third town center. It's a town center type landmark. Okay, now Undying, look at this. He had 8 villagers out there, but Viper doing a very good job watching to see if anyone's moving out for the boar. And he saw those villagers and was able to deny that with just, what, 2 longbows, 2 spears. But that's all he needed to basically force all those villagers to turn around. Turn the beat around. Love to gather deer carcasses. Turn it upside down. Okay, we'll stop. I'm going to get this stream. If this goes on YouTube, it's demonetized right now. That was just too close to the original recording. Okay, Undying. Running around in the stealth forest. Of course, he's got a scout paired with him. Always smart so you don't get got by some spearmen or something. Scouts didn't used to see this well over the stealth forest. They made this change, and it's been a great balance change. By the way, I've been very impressed by the balance changes that have been coming down from the developers. Early on, we had all kinds of issues with bugs and wild balance issues. And every month, they have delivered increasingly better and better patches. And the game is in an excellent balance state. So if you're just now coming back to Age of Empires 4, this couldn't be a better time to play. The balance is better than ever. 2 new civs about to come out. Of course, that will shake up balance. I always expect new civs to make balance go crazy. But you know, I have been critical of some of the balance and updates changes we've seen at times when it seemed like it was moving too slowly. And I like to give credit where it's due. And I've been very impressed by what the developers have been putting out for us here recently. Okay, Undying, just kind of keeping tabs on that army. Oh, he's actually running parallel. You can't see him. Ooh. Ooh. Viper looking to do a little damage, though. I don't know if he's really going to pick up anything. He hasn't overinvested, though. Just a little army. 4 spearmen, 3 longbows. He has the 2 town centers back at home. The other stone? No, he's going to stick with those 2 town centers. Okay, he's setting up his farm. Now, English farms, we have to talk about those for a second while there's a little bit of a lull in the action. English farms are better than typical farms. They get better over time. Look at this down the bottom left. Their harvest rates increase 15, 20, 25, 30 with each age they advance. So farming is very good for them. Some civs, most every civ, you want to go for the deer because the deer have the best gather rate in the game. But for English, They don't care about that. They got their farms with their advanced gather rates. They're going to stay there, nice and safe at home. Not to mention, later on, they get this enclosures. This tech makes these farms generate gold. I know, gold from farms. Crazy passive gold income. I hate passive gold income, but it's a thing, and English players absolutely love it. Roost building this fortified palisade wall. Of course, the Roost, they don't have access to the stone walls like every other Civ. Well, they can in the 4th age, but I don't know if I've yet to see a Roost player build a stone wall. Sometimes you see it. There's a way they can get it, but not today. Not today. Okay, well, we could be. Okay, Undying aging up with the Abbey of the Trinity. Is Viper aging up? Viper on his way to age up, but not yet. Now, with the Abbey of the Trinity, he can train those warrior monks and can come out here and he could grab. Now, he look immediately queuing that up. He's going to be trying to grab some relics. Has he set a rally point for that yet? Not yet, but he's going to grab those relics. Each relic he can grab. Put it inside there. That's 100 gold per minute. So always good to have. Now, English has been said to be one of the best Imperial Age civilizations. One of the best late game civs. Horsemen coming in for raid. He could actually fight these, especially English. Yeah, they've got a bow. They can fight back hard. So not going to do much there. Viper holding on that. That's going to be the King's Palace we talked about earlier. It is an economic landmark. So he can train up the villagers. That'll be 3 town centers for him. Currently 46 vills for Viper, 54 for Undying. So Undying in a pretty good position. What is his bounty at, by the way? Undying at 320. He hasn't killed the boars yet. Boars still up for grabs. It would even be worth it for him to go out for these later on in the game. Rus, also another very good late game civilization. The Streltsy, one of the most powerful units in the game. Though Streltsy get kind of soft countered by the longbow. The longbow are going to trade pretty efficiently against them. So I don't know if Streltsy would be ideal to make in an English matchup, though. English have very, very strong man-at-arms, especially this upgrade right here. The armor-clad make them armor-chad man-at-arms. They get +2 melee and ranged armor, so they are a tough cookie to deal with. But Undying really trying to wall up this map. As I see Viper, is he making knights? No, that was Undying upgrading his knights. It's going to be an archer. It's going to be an infantry composition for Viper, so he's not going to have a whole lot of mobility with this. So we saw in some previous game, Viper really going for some horseman raids. Not going to be doing that here. Now, horseman raids can be a little bit dangerous, especially against Roost, because these wooden fortresses, if you get these upgrades, they really can dish out a ton of damage. Now, these are some ambitious walls. I could say that. Very ambitious walls. Now, I've got a snake wall emote I originally coined for the Delhi Sultanate and the snake walls that they build with their infantry, but right now, this could be a great time to deploy the snake wall emote if you are a FitzBro subscriber, and if you're not, what are you waiting for? Undying, running out here with his man-at-arms. We got the spearmen and the longbows running out. What can they do? I don't know about this. Viper, be careful. He's got 1 crossbow. Crossbows are the ideal counter against armored units. So when you see man-at-arms, knights, crossbows are good against them, but you gotta be able to protect them. Man-at-arms running down the south side. He's just trying to secure those relics. That's what he's doing. He's trying to secure the relics. There we go. I see some snake walls in the chat. That's what I like to see. Okay, so Viper, he has his 3 town centers set up, so he's gonna be booming. 65 vills, 73 vills for Undying, but Viper will catch him unless he drops down another town center. He needs to put that inside, though, to actually gather that to gold, of course. Let's take a look at that resources per minute tab. There's always someone in chat who wants to see it, so we'll look at it. Ooh, is he gonna maybe get Undying's warrior monk? Taking a few hits there from the crossbow. He does have 1 ranged armor, but not a ton. Pretty neck and neck at the moment, I would say. Could be anyone's game. They are really going for a turtley boom game here. Uh-oh. Viper moving to the north, suspecting something is up with the boar, and that is in fact true. You can see him look that, and bounty has been increased as he did kill the boar. Not at tier 3 yet. Now come the crossbows and the man-at-arms trying to do something. Wooden fortress not online yet. He doesn't know this is coming, but he knows now. Those warrior monks and I think some knights, I don't know. He could charge in there, but of course the crossbows would counter them. So he's able to push these villagers off. Man-at-arms chasing them down. Might get a few hits. Ooh. So some villagers being raided there on the south side. Undying, being kind of pushed back by Viper there. So Viper starting to get a little bit of map control as Undying has built this giant wall, but has not really walled anything off yet, right? Just kind of a big barrier you can run around. But yeah, he ran in there, killed a few crossbows. These are rather expensive units. He just Looks like Undying kind of crushed those, but he has lost a few villagers. I'm trying to see if there's any textiles, but they have 50 HP. With textiles, he can get 75 HP, but he doesn't have it. Undying trying to do a raid of himself. You know, one thing about when you're playing against English, since they almost always go for farms super early, and once you scout them one time, like when you come in with raids, you know exactly where villagers are going to be, right? You know, run to the back of his base, there's going to be villagers around here, and they got to make a big run back to the town center. So, can make your raid somewhat predictable, but Viper, yeah, he doesn't care. He's ready to go. He stopped him in his tracks. Let's see if he finishes his wall. Ooh, a huge mangonel shot, and Undying dishing out some damage to Viper. These units might be undying today, but they might be dying here in the near future if he doesn't have an answer for those mangonels. He will want to Springle, the counter weapon of choice for mangonels. Don't see any siege workshops. There it is. He knows. Red alert. By the way, Viper has grabbed one relic. Mangonels moving the front line. Okay. Viper could be in a little bit of trouble in the near future. 3 relics have been guaranteed here for Undying. That's 300 passive gold per minute. One more relic for grab, so he should get that. He will need to, though, build a monastery for that 1 relic, which is kind of funny. He did do that, so looks like he plans on grabbing that. Now, by the way, you can put a single warrior monk in your army composition, which he has done here, and it gives out this blessing once it strikes a unit in in battle. So it gives out some buffs to nearby units. So we'll see if we see any of his buffs applied. Right now they're just getting killed, though, and not attacking. Right now the Mangonel getting hit by the Chad at arms. And I don't know. The Horsemen able to get a good flank. Horsemen, great counters to... Wait, no, those are Undying's Horsemen. But Horsemen are great counters to man-at-arms. Viper currently in a little bit of trouble here as Undying losing his siege. It's a good trade there as far as killing the siege, but his army count has kind of dwindled. Look at the villager count here. 100 for Undying, 84 for Viper. So Viper has stayed steadily behind in the villager race, and he also has those relics. Let's look at that current resources per minute. You see that Undying outgathering across the board by a hair in some categories, but doing quite good at the moment. Okay, Viper kind of pinned down. We've seen him in this scenario before. Can he hold on and break out from this, as it looks like Undying is looking to apply some pressure? Maybe Undying will overplay his hand. I don't know. But right now, taking out some of those houses. Let's take a look at that house count. He's not going to be housed anytime soon, so not going to do much damage. Of course, for the English, a civilization bonus when they fight underneath their towers and town centers and keeps and etc., etc. There's this network of castles bonus. You can see the aura, and when the units get that, they attack faster. So they get 20% increased attack speed. That includes everything, including those siege units. But it's only activated when units are nearby, so that's why you don't see it right now. You can see a little bell pop up. I was so confused about that when I first started playing AoE4. Undying, taking a little bit of map control. He's dropped a keep mid, taking that sacred site. That's going to be additional 100 gold per minute. Remember, he's already got 4 relics. This is 500 gold per minute, and he might even pick up more sacred sites. Okay, now the horseman raids begin. Horsemen very speedy. Now the spearmen going to counter them, but the horsemen could just keep running away, then keep running around and just keep Viper distracted. Viper, though, pushing on the front as his keep is coming down. Though Undying, he has a force here to protect. Can he hold this? It looks like he should be fine. We've got the Knights charging forward, going after the Springald. And doing bonus damage, of course, to the siege. And he takes it out. Looks like the Roost Springald will survive. And his keep going up. There's going to be no way to stop this. Keeps go up very quickly in this game. I would personally like to see a little bit of a nerf to the keep build speed. Oh my gosh, Horseman on the back line right now. Viper, a little bit of shambles right now. He's losing villagers. He's losing the front. His army not in great shape. He does have a crossbow, archer, or longbow mass. But he's got keeps knocking on his door and trebuchets to boot. This could be tricky. Undying, building a wooden fortress on the front line gives him some line of sight, as well as he can put some emplacements on there. And he is going to be set up in a great spot for a siege. Now, I think it'd be in his interest just to close the rest of these walls, just for the sake of it. So a run by doesn't happen, but right now he has it. Okay, so Viper in a tricky situation. Can he hold? Qualified for the Red Bull Wololo AoE2 and AoE4 main event. Undying, a rather unknown character, 100% win rate. Says to me, this could be a Marine Lord. This could be Core. This could be Salami. Who knows who it is? But certainly, he's besting the Viper right now. Oh, I don't know what that says, but it is down. Okay, backed up to the corner. What is Viper's reaction gonna be? Oh, look at this. A little bit of a diamond. They're in the Christmas tree formation. Look at that. Or maybe it's an arrow. It's pointing here. What is he telling us? What is he telling us? Illuminati. Workshop. Seed workshop. Arrow. Trebuchet. Shattered projectiles. That's how he's going to get out of this. He's going to buy this tech. Unique tech for the English. Going to get those trebuchets. Shattering all the projectiles. Okay, Undying. Looking to add more wall. Wait. Okay, he's going to, just kind of finish off his wall there as the siege begins. Losing his front line. What is Viper doing? Undying's got a lot of gold in the bank. Viper, not a whole lot of resources, no age or anything. He does have 3 trebuchets, which English trebuchets are great. But I don't know. It's going to be enough to fight this off. He could maybe have some crazy military victory and push things back the other way. That was, in fact, the wedge formation. Viper appears to like the wedge formation. You know, if I was a content creator worth my weight in salt, the thumbnail for this video should be, is the wedge formation OP? Is it broken? With an arrow pointing at this. Look at this. He's doing it everywhere. I would love to talk to Viper and ask why he likes the wedge formation, because I don't see players use it a whole lot. Okay, so Trebuchet. Viper putting up a very nice siege against this keep. Does he have a chance to hold this? Man-arms, spearmen, longbows, crossbows. He's got an infantry mass, and he is currently taking out this keep. Man, if Viper holds onto this, it would be wild. We do see, though, he has angered the Rus. He's bringing all of the boys to the front line. Keep going down, and in fact, he's going to retreat. Viper, does he have what it takes to stay in this game? 4 trebuchets now online. He could take out another keep. Start rolling us back the other way. We'll have to see. Undying, looking like maybe he was going to age up from the resources he has. But a big engagement here. Let's see what we got. Springalds firing on each other. Now, if you played Age of Empires 4 when it first came out, Springalds, they hurt everything. But right now, they're really only good against siege units. They'd be very good against some unsuspecting trebuchets. Can he get that? Line of sight coming in. They're coming within line of sight there. We have a high armory being built on the front line for the Rus. This could be a mistake if he loses this position, but it does look like Undying is holding on here, taking out one of his enemies. Mangonel now going to the front line. Springalds firing. Boom. 1 trebuchet down. Looks like 3 trebuchets have died. 1 is all that's left. And not only that, not much army here. Longbows. The longbows aren't going to do anything to these man-at-arms. There's some crossbows in there. How many crossbows you got? 6 crossbows in there. So, Undying, he hits the next age to put him in an excellent position. You see him realizing he was in a bit of a trouble, slapping down more military production buildings with AoE4. Similar to AoE2, you have to have a lot of military production buildings. There's no batch training. So, you've got to just make sure, if you've got resources in the bank, have enough to repop your army. Undying reaching the Imperial Age. Looks like he held that fight quite decisively. Of course, this high armory, a unique one for the Rus. It has these techs for siege engines, and it also makes nearby siege workshops. It gives them a discount. Okay, so minus 20% there for these. Look at that. Huge savings, better prices every day here at Undying Mart. And hitting the spearman with the trebuchets. Rocks fall from the sky. Viper, though, he ain't gonna be caught with his pants down. He is aging up to the 4th age all on his own. Where is his landmark? There it is. What's he chosen? The Wengard Palace. Excellent choice. This can... this does some batch training. We just said there's no batch training, but this landmark does do batch training, and it's super cheap. My favorite one, I will show you once it's complete right here. Check this out. Trebuchets. Look at the normal cost of a trebuchet, okay? 500 wood, 250 gold. Keep that cost in mind. 500 wood, 250 gold. For this army right here, 200 gold, 100 wood, 100 food. Way cheaper than a single trebuchet. You can get a longbow, spearman, man-arms, knight, and a trebuchet. Get all of those things. Talk about a great bargain. I don't know if he's been buying his Groupons or what, but that's the one you want to pick all day. And that's what makes English very, very good in this last age. That's all you need, right? You can sit back with that all day. But Rus, I told you, Rus set up in the last age, not going to be something you want to mess with. And I think Viper kind of has time. He has to get his techs. He's kind of behind right now in this tech race. And can he get it up fast enough as we have 3 trebuchets? Always a question you don't want to be asking. Can you get it up? Longbows and crossbows defending there in base. He's got Springalds to defend. He could stall this out with some good Springald trades, but Roost Springald's also very good. Well, some of the best, right? Let's see. Does he have all the techs? Let's see what he's got here. Yeah, he's got a few of them. One at least. Okay, so right now, Viper, 1 landmark down. Remember, if you lose all your landmarks in AoE4, you are eliminated. It is a victory condition. He has 1, 2 there, and also 1 down here. I like that he spread it out. That was kind of a smart move. Here the bells are ringing. That is that network of the citadels being activated right now, or network of the castles. Okay. Now, Viper, he's in their last age. If he could stabilize, perhaps he can hold, because English... Oh! This is very, very good development for Viper. He's taking out the Siege of Undying. He is destroying all those trebuchets. So this has bought him a lot of time. Now here comes those Roost Springals. Now let's see how this goes. I don't think he wants to be taking these trades against these Roost Springals. Massive range. Look at that. Take a look at that. They've got, oh my gosh, 12.5 tile range. I can't even look at it fast enough to show you what... His were just evaporated. So while he lost his trebuchets, he should be fine. Undying, though, not having a lot of gold in the bank. And it could be because he's got units queued up. But sometimes you can run into a situation where you could be winning a game. Oh my gosh, this is not good for Viper. You could be winning a game and then suddenly you lose an army once and you're like, okay, I'll just wreak pop. But suddenly you're lacking a key resource. And that is kind of the case right now for Undying with gold. He could sell some food, but... he's not in an amazing spot as far as the eco is considered. So if Viper holds on long enough, he's generating gold, right? You gotta think of that. Now, Undying, he's got 300 gold there, 400, 500 passive gold per minute. So he's got an okay steady source of gold. But Viper, he's showing us he's got plenty of fight left, but losing some villagers, this could actually help him get a little bit more military population. I've mentioned this before in my cast. Though you typically want to, ideal late game villager count, people ask this question all the time, around 120 is about the number you want to hit when you're booming up. 120 villagers. You don't want to overdo it on villagers because then you don't have room for your army population. And sometimes, if you have resources in the bank, now Viper doesn't have a ton of resources in the bank, it allows you to get that extra boost of military where maybe your opponent is a little lower on their military count. But I'm not sure that's going to be the case here for Viper, as we see villagers dying and military dying right now, at least as far as his back southeastern flank. Viper, though, focusing on the front line. Longbows and crossbows dishing out damage. Does he have the shattering projectiles? Not yet. It is quite expensive. Enclosures, he does have that. So you see +1 gold. Remember, not only is he generating gold, he has that tier 4 mill. So 30% food. Like, let's look at the income per minute right now. Look at the food. Look at the gold. Still, Undying's doing pretty good in all those regards. He did just lose, Viper did lose quite a few villagers. Still some raids to be dealt with there on the back line. Viper, though, fighting towards the front. Springal's rolling in. He's got more fight. There's those Streltsy I mentioned early on, the unique unit for the gunpowder unit for the Roost. It is an all-around amazing unit, an absolute tank. I think longbows trade pretty well against him, though, but always a good unit to have your composition, especially if there's any armored units on the other side. Worker counts, let's check it out. 99 for Viper, 127 for Undying. Boom, what was that right there? That tower going down. Uh-oh! Viper already lost 2 of his landmarks. He has just lost 1 landmark. He's just lost his second one right here. That leaves the council hall and the town center. So Viper needs to either repair these or do something, because he could get landmark sniped here very quickly despite, you know, holding on. And Undying knows this. I really like that Undying was able to snipe this landmark with just like horsemen. Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. He held on. Okay, but in come those horsemen, and if they don't kill villagers and trebuchets, which, oh my gosh, those could wipe out those trebuchets. They cause idle time. You see all the villagers running. They're heading for the hills. I'm not sure if Viper's going to be able to hold on. He stinks. He's got about 7k gold there on his side of the map. He's really not able to gather. Undying, though, he has not progressed a ton in this fight, so he's kind of been on this front line for a long time. A nice horseman flank. Remember, horseman did you bonus damage. Look at this. they do a whole lot. Now, Streltsy, though, they're able to neutralize them. If he had a few more horsemen, he would have easily had wiped out all that siege. Though, on the other side of this, Undying holding on. Viper splitting up and putting his longbows in spread formation. And Viper, once again, holds the fight. Takes out the mangonels. Longbows taking out the remaining Streltsy, and he's going to hold that fight. Man-arms down there on the southeast side, north side. Maybe a Roost Keep coming down. It looks like he's making an attempt to come do this. Villagers on the move. And it looks like Viper has realized he's not going to be able to hold on anymore. Undying. 100% win rate on the ladder. I would imagine if this is someone's Smurf account, how could you not have the honor to show your face, show your real name against a legend such as TheViper? But today, he stays a mysterious character. Maybe a brand new player to the game. Who knows? But today, Undying takes the victory up against Viper, a qualified AoE4 Red Bull Wololo player and AoE2 Red Bull Wololo. Absolutely crazy, but Viper, he's going to learn from each of these losses. I guarantee you he'll be back and stronger than ever. If you're watching over on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this casted game. Leave me a sub. It helps me out. Write me a comment. We always like that beautiful algorithm. It likes when you guys do things. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.